We are just leaving Meganisi, which is here, and we're on our way to Kalamos. So we will turn to our starboard just ahead of these yachts and go down that cut over the back and then head to Kalamos. About a 2-hour journey today. Wind's on the nose, so no sails out. And there is Kalamos. We're going to spend a day and a night in Kalamos, going to Wood Bay for lunch, and then going down into Kalamos Old Town. So this is Wood Bay, absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous little bays all the way round. So what do you think of this place, Gal? Yeah, well, I've seen it on YouTube quite a few times. It's obviously called Wood Bay because of all the trees that come literally straight down to the beach edge. Just looks stunning. Crystal clear water, and for anchoring it's good because you can clearly see the anchoring spots in the sand. We've anchored in 5 metres and we got about 30, I think we had a total of about 32 out on the chain, so yeah, great place. You can see how crystal clear the water is here. And how far are you from the beach edge? What, 100 metres? Yeah. Less than that? Less than 100 metres away. Which I shall be doing my Tarzan impersonation and swimming across to that. Be careful of the crocodiles in there though, Dave. No, the great whites have eaten them all, Gal. No, apparently there's still some about. Is there? Apparently so. Well, this place is very pretty. This is Wood Bay on the island of Kalamos. We're going to stay here and have a bit of lunch. Stay on anchor in 5 metres of water, crystal clear. Good news about these places is you can see where you've dropped your anchor in the sand. And after leaving Wood Bay and Kalamos, we're going to go round to Kalamos Old Town, have a walk about, and then we're going to go after there to Port Leone. So that's 3 places that we're stopping in out on the island of Kalamos. And then we'll leave tomorrow for another island. And then the following day, we're going to an island where they've got pigs on it. And you can take all your old food and feed the pigs. They come out off the beach, swim towards your little tenders or your dinghies or whatever. They come swimming out off the beach and you feed them, or you can just take the food on the beach and feed them. But as I say, this is Wood Bay because of all the trees that literally go right to the top of the mountain and come straight down to these beautiful sandy bays. There's another bay just there which is really nice, but too shallow to put the boat in there. So we've got a monohull behind us. We did have another 2 monohulls, but they've just left. And then we've got a super yacht just out there in deep anchor. And I believe they've just come up on that tender there. So if you see those 2 people, their crew, and they've just brought these people up to join their friends on these 2 paddle boards, and they're all off that super yacht over there, which is actually not a big super yacht. It's only 30 odd metres long, so it's only about 100 odd foot. Still a beautiful bit of kit though. That's the mainland of Greece over there. Bit overcast today, which is good because it's keeping the hot sun at bay. Got about 7 knots of wind. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 9 or 10 little bays here, and you can get to each one by literally just walking around the rocks in the centre of each bay. But how stunning is that? We're going to take the tender over there, although we're only 100 metres or so off the beach. We can just swim over there, but we're going to take the tender, just put it on the beach, have a walk about for an hour, and then pull the anchor up and head for the old town. And then after that we're going to go around to Port Leone, where we'll stay on anchor overnight. But that is Kalamos, and this is on the north east side, surrounded by mainland Greece. There you go, Kalamos, Wood Bay. Beautiful. I mean, it's that clear. We've got the water maker running.
Yeah.
You got some killer whales on their way over to you, Dave?
Yeah, well I know them all round here, Kel.
Yeah, beautiful. Up ahead is Port Kalamos, our second stop for the day. There's one boat here on anchor. Going to anchor up next to him, lower the tender, and then go round into the town and have a little walk up the hill into the village. Some basic provisions. Spend a couple of hours here, and this will be our second stop on the island of Kalamos, and after that we are heading down to Port Leone, which is very beautiful apparently, and that's where we will anchor and stay out overnight. So this is Port Kalamos. Reality out on anchor outside of Port Kalamos, and this is the entrance into Port Kalamos. Little marina. We're going to tie up on the wall, and we're going to go to a restaurant called George's, where Tony used to go when he was doing charters out here. Meant to be nice, and then we're going to have a little walk up into the hillside into the village. He's going to make a big break, this motherfucker. He come past us just now when we was anchoring. Here we go. Not too bad. I'll tell you what, for inside a marina, the water's very clear, isn't it?
There's George, let's go see George.
Is that
fat man on the dock?
Is that him?
Get over there.
We're going to go and see George. He's got a restaurant as well here, Tone.
Oh, it's this restaurant there, George's.
Oh, I can see it, yeah, it's George's, yeah. Port Kalamos food and drink and a bakery. Oh, you must be at home here. Here's old George.
He's walking to his boat, she's there.
Walking to his own yacht.
Yes, it's George.
Welcome.
Hello. 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years since I saw you last.
I get to see you.
But you forgot my name.
Yes. Of course,
Tony.
of course, Tony. I forgot your name. I forgot your country. I forgot your
You're rubbish, George.
My memory is so sleep.
How are you?
I'm not so well, Tony.
You're not well?
I lost my father.
Oh, sad.
Sorry to hear that, man. Nice to see you anyway.
What happened with you? Okay?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Sailing around with these gentlemen
Eh?
on a Lagoon 46.
You're skipper.
No, this gentleman's skipper.
Who's the skipper?
This gentleman.
No, he's the skipper.
I get big blackout now.
Has it been busy? It's quiet.
It's quiet.
Just started.
Tony's quiet. I don't know why it's quiet.
Well, last season was quiet as well.
This season is more than
What's that?
it's terrible.
Is that? Not like the old days, eh?
But you're a skipper.
Yeah. I do lots of different things. I spent quite a few months with these guys. On their 46. We've travelled from,
UK.
basically bought their boat from the UK over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Heading to Turkey. But we couldn't come past Kalamos without seeing George.
And we're going to your restaurant for some food.
But our boat's out there.
I know. You believe I forget you?
You didn't forget my name. I know you haven't forgotten me, but you forgot my name.
No one can forget Tony.
I forget the boat, sunset the big boat with a line in the flat or pulling together in the sea with
Always.
a big chain in the half of the key.
Always.
Always. I
Man.
never forget this, man. I never forget.
All right, man, we're going to go and have some food over your place here.
Nice to meet you, George.
See you around, yeah?
George, good to meet you, yeah? Yeah, thank you, George.
All right, I'll talk to you later if you're back here.
Tony,
Yeah. Yeah, you too. Good to see you, man.
I love you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Well, that was a nice encounter, wasn't it, from somebody that... I mean, if you imagine he meets so many people from the yachting community in terms of private owners, from local owners, from all the charter, skippers on all the different charter companies. You can see in the end, although he didn't remember your name, he clearly remembers you. Yeah. Sounds like you had a bit of a kerfuffle in here one day, did you?
There's always kerfuffles in
Oh
there
yeah, I
every
bet
day.
there was. I bet, yeah.
There's kerfuffles in here.
Yeah. So many boats coming in and out on
Oh, mate,
charter.
every morning
Oh
there's
yeah,
people
this is
crossing
mad.
countries.
Yeah.
This is the best place to learn how to run.
I tell you what, it's a gorgeous little port, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? What's the supermarket like, Tone?
Stairs. Yeah, it's a little one, but we don't have a look.
Yeah,
Go to stairs, Tony?
Yeah.
right outside George's restaurant. Well, that's the famous George
That is George.
of Port Kalamos, who owns George's restaurant. He never forgets anybody, he just forgets their names. That's amazing.
I love these little places.
So do I. And I'm glad Tony's actually seen somebody from his you know, days of being
Georgie's always goes to.
being a skipper out here? Because I thought he was telling us a lie. I don't think he'd ever been to the Greek islands before, did he?
No, I don't think
Oh, I've not been to one particular island. Which one was it?
This one.
St Kinfoss, wasn't it?
Oh, exactly to the locals.
And you can go by those stairs if you run over the corner.
Right, okay, let's turn the camera off. But we are coming into George's restaurant. You've just met the famous George. He's a very nice Greek man. Tony used to bring his clients here for dinner. And once we've had a little bit of food here and a drink, we're going to go up into the town, just have a little walk, be here for about 2 hours or so, and then we're going to head off. Our final stop will be Port Leone after this. But look at that, lovely.
When the night comes crawling and I'm all alone, I head for the highway, baby, to please my restless bones, my restless bones, restless bones. I should try harder to please you. I'm not the man I wanna be, yeah. But my weak soul is letting me down. Babe, don't be so hard on me. Don't be so hard. Don't be so hard. Can I stay in the darkness? I am drawn to the light. I wanna rest in the arms of an angel and be safe and warm tonight. Are you still mad at me, baby? Or don't you care anymore? Oh, I know you're so much better than me, but let's not count the score. Let's not count the score. Baby, the only thing that matters is that my love for you never dies. And one thing you can be sure of, honey, you know I'm not telling lies. I'm not telling lies.
So we walked from Port Kalamos down through the village, or up through the village, down on this beach. Little taverna down there. And we come across this little taverna for a beer. And what a nice little beach. The island of Kalamos has been beautiful so far. We're going to go and have lunch now in Port Kalamos, and then we're going to go and anchor up on Port Leone. Anchor there overnight and head off in the morning. Right, so we're leaving Port Kalamos and getting ready to go down to Port Leone. We had a nice lunch, nice walkabout, went to the beach and had a beer, Tony's old stomping ground from years ago. There's George's again, restaurant. Showed you that on the way in. We're now leaving 4 hours or so later.
Yeah, that was nice afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about 6:30 this evening, is it now? Something like that. Maybe 7 o'clock.
Yeah, maybe 7-ish.
7:15, something like that.
7.
Gives us time to get the anchor up, get out of our anchoring spot, and then head down to Port Leone and anchor outside. And maybe get up in the morning and go ashore before we head off to our next destination. But George, who owns that restaurant that we saw earlier, he brings all these boats in, ties their lines off, and there's no cost to use this quayside. And he hopes that you're going to use his restaurant like we did. Although we didn't bring our yacht in here, we just come in on the tender. But all these boats have virtually come in throughout the day. There was 1 or 2 there. Number of catamarans. 1, 2, 3 catamarans over here. Probably 15, 20 monohulls. And he then starts to put you in over there like that one if there's room. So sun's just going down over the mountain.
Yeah, the ferry stopped at a certain time.
And port.
He's a regular.
The port is small but lovely. Port Kalamos. Port Leone, beautiful, and the 2 boys are having a little swim off the back. Our first stern line this year, off of that reel, tied up to that tree, and there's the boys. Have you enjoyed it? Is it cold, Tone?
Yeah, it's really, really warm.
Yeah, you're lying. Well, I've been in it a few times. No, there's a little bit of a chill in there, isn't there? Port Leone on Kalamos. You can't see it, but just there is some old buildings, like old forts or something. There's a couple of yachts over that side, 2 tucked inside that bay next to the church. Catamaran tucked up in the corner. 3 yachts over there, stern 2, a yacht there, stern 2, and us stern 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8 yachts. Every one of us stern 2. And there is the church. These guys are having a bit of a party on board, playing a bit of Tom Jones. Thanks on after earlier. Right. There we go, Port Leone.